morning Year 6 and welcome to this week's maths videos. This week we're going to continue with our arithmetic and practicing through Fluent in 5, but we are also going to look at illustrating and naming parts of circles and interpreting pie charts. Today we're going to focus mainly though on illustrating and naming parts of a circle. We're going to use words like radius, diameter and circumference. As always, we're going to start with our Fluent in 5, so pause the video and have a go. So, I'm hoping you pause the video, let's look at the answers. Hopefully you can see them, but I'll read them if not. 674.32, 26 remainder 7, 1/9, 7.87, 107.16 and 8. Well done if you remembered that that meant 2 times 2 times 2. So, we're going to do this part together. If you look at the top, you can see you've got some labels: radius, diameter, circumference and centre. And you need to think about where they go on that circle. Which label goes in which box. If you know, then have a go already. If you don't, maybe if there's somebody with you that you can talk to quickly, see if you can work it out. But I will go through them with you in a second. So, radius, diameter, circumference and centre. Radius first goes here. The radius is the distance halfway across the circle. It is half the length of diameter and is joined to the centre at one end. It goes from the very centre of the circle to the edge. And it is the distance from the edge to the centre. It must always go to the centre. The diameter is the distance right across the middle of the circle. It cuts the circle exactly in half. So it goes from edge to edge through the centre and cuts it exactly in half. The circumference is the perimeter. It is the distance all the way around the outside of the circle. So the circumference is the blue, the diameter is the green, the radius is the red, and obviously the centre is that black dot in the middle, the very centre of the circle. See if you can work out quickly the relationship between the radius and the diameter. So, hopefully you had time to have a look. The radius goes from the edge to the centre. The diameter goes from the edge to the centre and to the edge again. Hopefully you can see that diameter is double the radius. So the radius is always half of the diameter. So today's challenge. The first one. Now it says, is the statement true or false? And explain your answer. It says the radius has been marked on each circle. So is that true? Has the radius been marked on each circle? Then the next one says the diameter has been marked on each circle. Is that true or false? Has the diameter been marked? Next one. So, Dexter. Do you agree with Dexter? He says, I know the radius of a circle is 12 centimetres, so the diameter must be 6 centimetres. Do you agree? So read it again, think very carefully about what he's saying. Do you agree with him? Use your mathematical vocabulary to explain. Then, the table. It's giving you either the radius or the diameter, and you have to use the information to see if you can work it out. So if you know that the radius is 4 centimetres, what is the diameter? If you know the diameter is 12 metres, what is the radius? Now, unlike normal, I'm actually going to give you the answers today. So pause the video, have a go, and I'll give you the answers. So, challenge number 1. All of the circles show the radius. Is the statement true or false? It's false. Only A shows the radius correctly, from the centre to the edge of the circle. B, it overlaps, it's too far. It is not half of the diameter, it is not the radius because it goes to the outer side of the circle. Then C is not correct because look, it goes too far. It goes to the centre and then some. That's more of a measure of some of the diameter rather than the exact radius. So that is false because they do not all show the radius. Number 3, did they all show the diameter? Well, no, that was false. They did not. A, yes, it goes from edge to edge, but it does not go through the centre. it is so important that it goes through the centre because it is cutting the circle in half. B and C are correct, but A is not. Then, Dexter. Dexter said, I know the radius of a circle is 12 centimetres, so the diameter must be 6 centimetres. He's wrong. Dexter's misunderstood. If the radius is 12 centimetres, as it is for his circle, then the diameter must be 24 centimetres, because the radius is half of the diameter. He's got it the other way around, and he's half the radius instead of doubling it. Then, over in your box, hopefully you can see the answers. If it's 4 centimetres for the radius, the diameter would be 8 centimetres. If the radius is 6 metres, the diameter would be 12 metres, etc. So well done, especially if you got the 4.5 millimetres right and the 6.3 centimetres. Well done, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more maths fun.